This is where most green screen tutorials completely fail. Explosions are brutal because the smoke density changes every frame. If your key isn't strong, you'll lose texture or you'll get that ugly green spill. So we're stress testing two removal methods on one of the hardest clips you can throw at Resolve. Which one keeps the texture? Which one also destroys the detail? And which one is actually worth using? Let's start with the fastest method first. To do this one, we're going to go up to our all folders and make sure that they are selected. And with that selected, we're just going to look for a key. Bring the 3D keyer and drop it in on the timeline, the green screen. So now to get this to actually work, what we need to do is we need to go over to the Effects tab in our inspector window and highlight that. We also have to go over to this tab here and open Effects Overlay and select that and make sure that it is turned on. So with our Open Effects active, we're going to go over to the Pick Eyedropper and we're just going to draw all over the screen until it takes out all of the green areas that we want. You can let go of it and you can see where the green is and you can just modify it as you go. So right now it takes out pretty much all of the green and it still leaves a lot of texture inside of the explosion. After you get that disappeared, you're going to go over to your inspector output and go Final Composite and change that to Alpha Highlight Black and White. So now what you can do is take a look at your picture, and if you see lines or black spots or other things inside of the white area, you can adjust it by using the clean black. Or if you see any not black area in here, so if you see a gray area or something, you will want to use the black to actually get rid of it. And once you do that, then you can go to the Alpha Highlight Black and White and change it back composite. You still see a lot of green in here. We're going to drop this down just a little bit more to get rid of some of the green, but we're not going to want to get rid of the shadow or the clouds themselves. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the despill and we're going to turn that on. We're basically going to turn that all the way up to about 1. Now you can see it's pretty much all of the green has gone away. So now when you play this back, you'll see that it looks normal and all the green screen is cut out. So it is very good. On this part, it's quick and it's simple. And it does look very solid, but don't make that decision yet because the method 2 might surprise you. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to open up the Fusion page, but that's okay. You know, it's going to be real quick and simple and very easy to do. We're going to highlight our media in, control space, and we're going to look for Delta Keyer. And once you see Delta Keyer, we're going to add that to our node tree. Here, there's a way to do this, and that is to click on the eyedropper and drag it into your viewer and let go of it. You will see that takes away most all of the green screen. Or you can go into the color and click that, and you can choose pick screen color. And once you do that, you'll just be able to go into the screen and just click on the green area, and that will get rid of it just the same as it does when you're using the eyedropper. So I like to use the eyedropper, but if your screen is different shades of green, you will see that your screen will show up as not completely black. And when I'm saying completely black, what it is, you're going to go over to the view mode and change from final result to matte. And anywhere you see in here, it will be a different color. If it's a different shade of green, it's going to be either a kind of grayish or not. So we're just going to go and get rid of those. To do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the matte tab and we're going to drop the threshold down until you see all of the areas that you want to be black will be black. And if you want, you can then bring the upper threshold down, and that will bring the white area to be more white. So that's getting rid of all of the green overlay in the low and the high end. So now when you go back over to the view mode and you go to final result, you can see that it actually looks really good. There's no green overspill on any of the areas. It all just looks very good. So now if you go into this and you zoom in and you do see some of the green screen or other colors that you do not want, it'll be easy easy enough to get rid of these. So mostly what you just do is you find the erode dilate in the inspector under Delta Kia, and if you make it bigger, you'll see it makes it worse. So you want to just bring it down to the part where you don't want to bring it down too far because you'll start cutting the image off. Bring it down to where you just basically cutting the shadow out, which will at the same time cut out any of the green that is still left in there. And if you were to move the playhead, you will verify that most all the green is gone. So now when you zoom back out on this and you play it through, you will see that it looks good. It's not as fast as the other one. It requires a lot more setup than the edit page. Now some of you are probably saying that there is a third way to do this, and that would be inside the color page. But you know, quite honestly, that's going to drive you nuts and insane. I would just avoid that if you can and have to. Just avoid that part of it and your life will be a lot easier. So from my best bet is you should use the edit page. It's a lot quicker and a lot more simpler. You can get more definition and a lot refiner in the Fusion tab and page. If you go that route, it's going to be a little bit longer because of the setup, but you will see some better results on certain green screen effects. If this saved you time or made the green screens finally make sense, hit that subscribe and I'll break down effects like this every week. It's fast, it's practical, and it's built for real editors. No fluff, no gimmicks, just the techniques that actually work. If you've got this footage, and if you've got footage that's been giving you trouble, just drop me a line in the comments and I might use it in my next video to be able to help you out a little bit more. So if you would, and you got any use out of this, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we will make an effort to bring you good, informative videos every week. Have a good day.